All right, 3 days, no sleep. Totally fine. Just a little coffee and a massive brain meltdown. Wait, what was I doing? Oh, right, thinking. Or was it dreaming? No, thinking. I think. And there it is, the sweet spot between genius and complete insanity. 3 days, no sleep, baby. So, tell me, you think you can handle this? It's 3 a.m. You've been scrolling for hours, eyes dry, brain buzzing, convincing yourself, I'll sleep after one more video. Meanwhile, inside your head, your neurons are staging a protest. They're filing HR complaints, waving little signs that say, "We were promised rest." See, after just 24 hours without sleep, your brain starts acting kind of drunk. Slower reflexes, worse judgment, and emotions running wild. Basically, you're experiencing all the cons of being drunk except for the fun part. But here's the catch. Unlike alcohol, you can't sleep off sleep deprivation. It doesn't reset that easily. Eventually, your memory starts slipping, your creativity flatlines, your logic takes a coffee break and never comes back. And you're still left insisting you're totally fine. Spoilers, you're not. Because you're basically watching your brain overheat like a gaming PC running on a toaster battery. So, what happens if you push it further? 2 days? 3 days? No sleep at all? Let's just say your brain stops asking for help and starts planning a rebellion. But the rebellion doesn't start loud. Instead, it starts with denial. You tell yourself, 5 hours is plenty. I'm totally fine. No, you're not. You're running on caffeine, chaos, and misplaced optimism at its peak. Day 1 without proper sleep is when your brain starts whispering, "We're not okay, babe," but you ignore it. Because technically, you're still functioning. You can drive, work, even smile at people, though your reaction time is slower than Windows 98 trying to open Photoshop. Inside your head, adenosine, the sleepy chemical, is piling up like unread emails. Normally, sleep clears it out. But when you skip rest, it stacks higher and higher, dragging down alertness like digital lag in real life. Your prefrontal cortex, the fancy part responsible for logic and decision-making, that starts buffering. Every choice takes longer, with every emotion loading in 480p. You snap at minor things, forget simple words, and laugh at memes that aren't even funny. But here's the illusion. You still feel productive. You think, if I just grab another coffee, I'll be fine. Oh, because you think coffee counts as sleep? How adorable. And for just now, maybe you will be, because this is just day 1. Your brain hasn't revolted yet, but give it some time, because the cracks are already showing. By day 2, the rebellion is no longer subtle. Your brain has officially entered its drama queen era. In short, you're now in for a ride. Cause? Classic case of amygdala uprising. You're giggling 1 minute, snapping at your phone the next, and suddenly tearing up because a Dorito broke in half. And all I can do is congratulate you, because your amygdala, the emotional intern of your brain, just got promoted to CEO. And oh great, now it's crying at cat videos again. See, when you skip sleep, your amygdala activity spikes by nearly 60%, while the logical prefrontal cortex, the one that normally says, maybe don't cry over spilled coffee, simply clocks out. And now you're left running on pure chaos. Inside your skull, neurons are flickering like dying light bulbs, unsure whether to fire up or give up. Emotional regulation? Gone. Impulse control? Missing. You'll start laughing at things that aren't funny and arguing with furniture because it looked at you weird. Every emotion you feel gets dialed up to 11, while minor inconveniences feel like betrayal. And sad TikToks, well, they feel like Oscar-winning tragedies. And the worst part? You still think you're holding it together. Your brain starts gaslighting you, whispering, "You're fine. You're actually more creative when you're tired." Let's get this straight. No, you're not Picasso. You just hallucinated a really cool idea while staring at a lamp. So yeah, your brain thinks it's adapting, but what it's really doing is just frantically pressing buttons, trying to keep the system from collapsing. And somewhere deep inside, a quiet alarm is starting to go off, because if this is what 48 hours looks like, you don't want to know what happens on day 3. Day 3 is when your brain finally stops pretending. The rebellion is now in full swing, and the commander has left the building. Your prefrontal cortex, the logical boss that handles reasoning and self-control, officially goes offline, signing out of work. Now it's just raw, unfiltered chaos up there. To give you a picture to visualize, imagine your brain overheating, like a gaming PC running on dial-up Wi-Fi, fans screaming, lights flickering, and the screen glitching between error and "please stand by." That's what it's like when you're technically awake, but your neurons are not. This is where the hallucinations start to kick in. Shadows move when they shouldn't. You hear your phone buzz, but it doesn't. You start seeing people who aren't there, and they, for record, look just as tired as you. Inside, your neurons are staging a mutiny. Half of them are asleep, half of them are panicking, and none of them remember the Wi-Fi password. Your brain starts experiencing microsleeps, which are tiny blackouts lasting seconds, even while you're still standing. During these moments, your body might move, but your mind just disappears. And if I see you nodding in my class, yeah, that's either agreement or microsleep, because by now, your memory, gone. Any form of judgment, it's now fried. And decision-making, it's like flipping a coin in a hurricane, trying to decide whether to escape or let nature take its course. At this point, your brain is recycling old memories as new thoughts just to fill the silence. It's not even dreaming, it's hallucinating in real time. You'll feel detached, like watching life through fogged glass. Some people report euphoria, while others spiral into paranoia. Either way, the line between your reality and dream starts to blur. And yet, somehow your heart's still beating, and your lungs still breathing. That's because your body hasn't joined the mutiny. At least, not yet. Because here's the twist. When the mind gives up, the body soon follows. And that's when sleep deprivation stops being an inconvenience and starts becoming a threat. By day 3, your brain's not the only one waving a white flag. Now your body's filing complaints too. And you know what would be kind of a deal breaker? Yeah, your brain and body are about to file for divorce. Your immune system officially crashed out, with your stress hormones now off the charts. Cortisol floods your bloodstream like a toxic energy drink, while your white blood cells start clocking out early, muttering, "This is above my pay grade." Your metabolism starts getting confused. It starts hoarding fat, craving junk, and treating a bag of chips like fine dining. Meanwhile, your balance and coordination go haywire. You drop things. You trip over invisible objects. Basically, your motor skills have rage quit. Memory and focus? Utter chaos. Your brain's trying to save power, so it starts deleting background apps, which for you might not be good news because it includes your short-term memory, emotional control, even basic reasoning. Visually, your body now functions like a smartphone stuck at 2% battery, with all apps open, flickering, overheating, and refusing to respond no matter how many times you tap the screen. Even your face betrays you. Dull eyes, pale skin, and dark circles that could qualify as black holes. Every cell in your body will now be screaming for rest. And here's the real horror. If 3 days without sleep can do this, what happens when we treat it like a weekly routine? Nowadays, we love to think of sleep as optional, like an add-on feature we can skip with caffeine and ambition. Meanwhile, the truth is that we are living through a full-blown sleep crisis. Nearly 1 in 3 adults are chronically sleep-deprived, and the numbers climb higher with every scroll, sip, and side hustle. We doom scroll at midnight, drink espresso at 6 p.m., and brag about surviving on 4 hours of sleep as if exhaustion were a badge of honor. And all you can think is 4 hours? How productive and adorable! Hustle culture didn't just make us tired, it has rewired our brains. Long-term deprivation doesn't just make you yawn, it goes on to reshape who you are. You start snapping at people for breathing too loud. Sleep loss has been linked to depression, anxiety, obesity, even early cognitive decline. It's not just lost rest, it's accelerated aging in disguise. And yet most of us still act like we can cheat biology. But you might survive 3 days without sleep, but not 3 decades of pretending you don't need it. Because sleep isn't a pause. It's your brain's overnight cleaning crew, vacuuming up mental clutter, resetting hormones, repairing cells, and backing up your memories like a biological hard drive. And when you skip it, you're basically running your system on corrupted files and hoping for the best. Modern life keeps hitting ignore on every fatigue notification. We push past exhaustion, caffeinate through burnout, and scroll through the hours meant for healing. But the bill always comes due, whether it's in brain fog, in mood crashes, in that creeping sense that you're awake but not really alive. So, what exactly happens when you finally close your eyes? What silent repairs begin once the noise fades? And when you do finally sleep, and I mean no caffeine, no blue light, no panic playlist in the background, just darkness, silence, and surrender. Waking up will feel like your brain quietly performed an overnight miracle, a reboot. Memory sharpens, emotions stop throwing tantrums, and you remember where you put your keys, why you walked into the room, and that maybe life isn't as catastrophic as it felt yesterday. Creativity flows again, and the mental static clears, with ideas starting to connect like constellations. Because one good night of sleep is basically your brain hitting Control plus Alt plus Delete. The glitches fade, systems reboot. All those tiny background processes like immune repair, hormone balance, emotional reset finally get their turn to run. The world looks softer, more manageable, more alive. Not because everything changed, but because you did. So yeah, maybe you don't need another cup of coffee. All you might really need is probably a nap, because your brain's been trying to save itself from you. Now go to sleep after you finish this video and give your brain the reboot it deserves before it totally logs off. And don't skip our next class, because the syllabus only gets weirder.